Hey there, Scorpio. Let's get right at it for your forecast for June the 2nd through to the 8th. All right. This week we are once again returning to the charm box. All right. My little box of lucky charms. No different than using an oracle or a tarot deck. I will pull one charm out. It will give us our overarching energy for Scorpio for the week ahead. So reaching in to see what we've got for Scorpio. And we have, oh, look at this. We have the wisdom of the owl. Right? The wisdom of the owl is kind of, for me, if you think about an owl and they rely on not their sight, but their hearing in the darkness, right? And it's using that kind of wisdom. So they don't hunt with their eyes, they hunt with their ears. And it's that sense of being able to see things without using your eyes for the knowing, right? So using your inner wisdom to guide you forward. You may not see what's in front of you, but your inner knowing knows what's in front of you. And I want you to trust that. It's your intuition speaking to you. So things may be presented one way this week, and I feel like you're sort of seeing between that. It's almost like looking out through a set of blinds that are 3/4 of the way closed, right? That if you look sort of one way, it just looks closed. But if you kind of look underneath, you can sort of see through them. And I feel like this is you this week, Scorpio. You seeing between the lines, the blinds, and seeing things as they are. Not as they're presented, as they are. And that's your inner wisdom guiding you to that view, all right? And I want you to trust that. When you see that, use your inner knowing, your intuition to tell you what's right for you, not as it's presented, not how somebody else would have you see it or believe it, but your inner wisdom guiding you to the truth that is there for you. All right? Where are we going this week for you? First card up is air, breath and mindfulness. Do not allow yourself to get caught up in that external energy of others. You know that old saying of not my circus, not my monkeys? Well, I do feel like they are your monkeys, but it doesn't mean you got to go to the circus with them. All right. It does mean that you stand back and you observe. And again, you look for the things that aren't being shown, for the words that aren't being said, using your inner wisdom. And when you feel yourself being pulled into that other drama, you're going to pull yourself back into your breath, into your mindfulness, allowing yourself to be present and holy there in the moment. All right. There's a sense of coming into yourself this week. And I really want to use the word unapologetically. So I feel like there's a sense of you unapologetically allowing yourself to see your truth. Again, not somebody else's truth, your truth, not how they would present it, but how you would see it. And in that, I feel like there's easy, as they're presenting, I feel like there's this easiness to get drawn into the drama, into the circus. And I really feel like instead you just need to be mindful of pulling that back, taking a couple of deep breaths, and allowing your wisdom to guide you forward, right? Not how they would have you move forward. Again, somebody else presenting it a certain way is not necessarily your way. It doesn't have to be that way just because they say that, right? And then, yeah, look at this. We have the heart sacred fire, right? And it's all about your passion. So in the indigenous culture, in the indigenous belief system, fires are sacred, right? The flame is sacred. This is your sacred flame. Whatever lights you up on the inside is there for a reason. And you're being asked to tap into that passion, that purpose, and find your way forward. Again, I feel like, based on the fact that we've got this taking a breath and mindfulness, and we've got the wisdom of the owl here, it's almost like somebody's trying to tell you who you are, or how you're meant to be, or how you are going to appear after, putting all the parts and pieces together and stacking who you are and all your learned wisdom. And they're like, oh, this is what it comes out as. And you're like, I don't think so. I think if I listen to my power, my passion, I feel like the wisdom is leading me over here. And you may get some pushback. I don't want you to listen to that. Well, I do want you to listen to somebody else's thoughts and opinions. They're entitled to them. I just don't want you to move forward based on those thoughts and opinions unless they line up with the wisdom you know within you, right? If they line up with who you are and it feels right for you, absolutely 100% follow that. That's your passion. But if you hear their thoughts and opinions and you think, my passion's leading me over here, I want you to go over there, right? Respectfully decline their version of you. Only you know you, right? All right. And how are we wrapping up your week? Leaning into your support system around you. And yes, that can literally mean the forest, right? The trees, getting out in the woods, getting out in nature, allowing for nature to sort of bolster you this week. Sorry, I'm just going to pause that for a second as my dogs are going nuts outside. Okay, sorry about that. I often have a bear wandering through the back 40 and behind my house here, and my dog is very quick to let me know, and I do feel like that's what's going on here. So again, we're getting back into your support system this week, and whether that is literally getting out in nature, whether you're sitting by the beach listening to the waves lapping at the shore, whether it's sitting underneath a tree and allowing any negativity you carry within you, any doubts, any fears, any anxieties, just to be absorbed by that beautiful tree and repurposed into something more positive for you. Whether you are just looking at surrounding yourself with your support system, this could be your family, your friends, whatever that looks like for you. I do feel like through this process, you're building a very beautiful and loving support system, which means they're there for you and how you see your wisdom working for you, not based on the thoughts and opinions of others again, but where you see yourself going based on your lived experiences, what's right for you, following your passion, using your intuition, your inner wisdom via the owl here, and getting in store what's right for you. All right. Love this reading for you, Scorpio, because I really do feel like as you sort of separate yourself from the monkeys and stand in your passion, your purpose, and I feel like that feels right for you, and you become surrounded by your support system that reflects back to you what you already know to be true for you. This is empowering, right? So I hugely feel like this is an empowering week for you. And when you feel a little disempowered, or when you feel like you're being pulled into the drama, just remember that you're going to be breathing deep and allowing yourself to be mindful of the moment that you're in, mindful of your energy and how you're meeting the energy. Because you don't, just because somebody's flying high up here and going all over this way, that way, and everything, getting all caught up in the drama, doesn't mean you have to rise up and join them. It means you get to hold true to you and hold the space down here. Let that, you know those floppy things they have usually outside the used car lots or whatever. I feel like that's the energy around you this week, right? Just flopping here and there. Don't allow yourself to get pulled into it. I know it looks fun, but there's drama in it, right? And it's a whole lot of unnecessary movement that's not going to get you anywhere. So pull back into yourself, take a nice deep breath, get centered, be mindful of what is your passion and where's your wisdom leading you, right? That's what's important this week. All right, thank you so much for being here, Scorpio. Again, this was for June the 2nd through to the 8th. If you'd like to know more about me, you can find me at leeshanks.com. All the connections and links are included below. So do hit the like, share, and subscribe. Check out your June forecast, as I've just started to do the monthly forecast. And I hope to see you back here next week. Blessed be, Scorpio. This is Intuitive Lee signing off.